for Bekka. So let's see if we can get through this without all of the roosters crowing all the time, because I'm at home at the moment. But I had to share this story with you. It's a behind the scenes story. Yesterday was a day off for me, and I decided to take the dog for a walk. There she is. There's Gypsy in all her glory. Gypsy in the video, and that's the dog. You know, she's fairly young. In this particular park, she's never been to. So she has a lot of new things stacked up against her yesterday. One was the park was new, and it was a new environment, a lot of different foliage, so on and so forth. Two, I ended up not having her leash, so I went and picked up one of these things from Dollar General. It was fairly inexpensive, so I just grabbed it instead of coming all the way home to pick up the leash. Well, not realizing all of this at the time, you know, the new environment has a gravel walkway, which sounds like this. And then the leash also makes a noise. Which was new to her as well. Well, we're getting into the walk, you know, just enjoying the flora, the fauna, you know, the environment, and I was like, ooh, pretty picture. So I take the leash, set it down on the ground, and she has it retracted about 16 foot, but she's really good at staying close to me, so I didn't think there was that big of an issue. Nobody else was there. It wasn't like she was going to run off or anything like that, because like I said, she stays close to me. Well, that's what I thought. So with that gravel, let me remind you. Okay, so, and with this leash, it's hollow. And it, you know, at first she was just kind of walking around, and then I guess she noticed the noise of it dragging across the ground, and it was following her. Well, she got spooked and she bolted. Took off. I called her, and she turned around and come back like a bolting horse and started running right in front of me. I still have my camera in my hand, my phone. I was photographing with my phone. Had it in my hand. I'm reaching out for the 16 foot of leash that is bouncing along the trail behind her as she's going faster and faster because the devil is behind her. So I reach for the leash, and of course I hit the end, and my phone goes one way, the leash goes the other. The dog is still going in the opposite direction of me. Well, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying not to panic, because now I've lost my dog in the woods, and for a funny reason. So I follow the trail, calling her from time to time, and I find her in a grassy knoll. In a grassy knoll. But anyway, she stopped. She's there. She is panting up a storm. You know, she has the leash like wrapped around her, and she is looking at me like with the biggest saucer eyes that she could get. And I go ahead and pick up the leash, and I'm trying to calm her down, and I'm like, okay, let's continue with our walk. And she's like, oh, hell no, we're going to the car. And so I admitted defeat, and we went to the car. So that was park number one. I was like, okay, well, I want to go to the wildlife refuge and take some video, starting now, of the alligators, because they're starting to get active right now, and this is a driving trail, so it should be just fine she'll calm down after a while, and we'll be able to walk the walking trail out at the wildlife refuge. Well, I got the pictures or the videos of the alligators, and then this happens. Yeah, needless to say, the day is winding up a little on the challenging side. So while I'm waiting for rescue from my loving dear husband, that I woke up from sleeping because he's working nights now, I decided to take her on the trail for a walk, which that decision was not a very good one because the mosquitoes were terrible. This was the only video that I got out of the walk before we hightailed it back to the car to do some computer work while we're waiting on hubby. So needless to say, as you can hear right now, creating videos, being an herbalist, exploring the world isn't always just fun and games and pretty pictures. But there you go. I thought you'd have a good laugh. I'll talk to you again soon, and until then, get healthy, be happy, and herbal on. Bye.